Hello guys, how you guys doing? It's Trevor Prosper here again. So is another weekly review of the trades I took this week. So this week we are able to catch just two trades, right? Just two trades. Unfortunately for us, the trades took us out and started going in our direction. So we are going to quickly run down through those trades. So first of all, on USD we had a sales bias on USD. Okay, so yeah, this was the break I was looking at. So after the break, we waited for markets to retest our sell zone to start selling off. So now I had the trade here last week, which I told you guys. So the trade, see how the trade played out. So the trade that did not actually get to the liquidity point I was looking at this high, but then it started selling off due to the fact that it has gotten to our sell zone. So let me off this guy. Sorry. So you can see that we led. So it has gotten to our sell zone, which is the 50. It's okay. Even surpassed the 50% of this fib and got to the 61.8%, right? So before it started dropping. So now when it started dropping after this guy has done what he wanted to do, I can say I noted the break of structure and there was no entry here, right? There was no entry here to get into a trade. So the only place I got an entry was at this low, this point where it is almost taking out uh this next low here, right? So you know market has already broken the first structure. Sorry. Market has already broken the first structure, right? Which is this guy, and is about to break the second structure. So this is the our overall target, this low here, right? Is our overall target. So now I marked out that high, sorry, that zone, that other block there, right? And waited for markets to tap it. And you can see what the market has been doing since then. Market did not just tap it. So this was the liquidity and this was the sweep. Yeah, this was the sweep. So yeah. So I waited for the trade, but the trade did not because it's just finished. So I Monday. So you still be looking out for sales until market starts doing something else, right? So yeah, that was what happened on USDJPY. So I didn't get any trade here. Now moving on to NAS 100. So NAS 100 and SPS 500 was where I took the hits that I took. This this guy has been very tough on me. Oh my god, for the longest time now. For over how many weeks? I've not even, yeah, for over 1, 2, 3, 4. For over 4 weeks now, like almost a month. This guy have been dealing with me. Like, yeah, it has been dealing with me. As you can see, just take me out. I've been going for the wrong zones and doing the wrong things all this while. So yeah, it's on me, not on the market. The market is just doing its thing. I'm the one going on being on the wrong side of the market. So last week I discussed with this guy that I was on the wrong side of the market last week, and you can see the whole thing was very obvious, right? So this week I decided that I'm going to be very careful and do my magic very well. So as let me off this guy. So as you can see, the market has already broken structure, right? In here was a break of structure. If you go to the daily time frame, that's when it's going to be very obvious, right? So you can see the break of structure here. So this was the break of structure, right? It has taken out a very strong low here. That was a strong low here, so it has taken it out, right? So now it has changed bias from buys. You can see the market was in buys all this while. It has been buying all this while, so you can see, but now it's trying to do something different, right? So we are just here to follow what the market is doing, nothing else. So now I just marked out my fib and waited for market to test my sell zone to start looking for sales. As you can see, market just tapped the sell zone. It has already reached the 50% of the fib, and it has decided to start selling to the downside. So I simply went to the 1 hour time frame. So reaching to the 1 hour time frame, you can see that the market gave us a reason, that the market like gave us the intention that the market is already going to the downside. You can see the first break, second break there, right? So, and there was a sweep here, there was a sweep there, right? So I all the criteria has been met, and this was the liquidity, right? The inducement. So all the criteria has been met. So what did I just do? I just put my buy two. And the funny thing is that I realized I just did everything right. I just did everything right. So, but then when I was back testing, I would have preferred putting my stop loss here. I've learned my lesson. Next time I'm going to be putting my stop loss at the nearest high or low. Sorry, yeah, nearest high or low, close to the other block, and I put my stop loss there. So I was back testing. I was like, okay, assuming the stop loss was like that, the the risk to reward would have reduced, but then I would have been in the trade. Do you get? I would have been in the trade, and then this was exactly news. That was news this day on Wednesday. That was news. I think the news was what facilitated that momentum to take me out. I mean, it was on a normal day, like nothing could have happened, but then it is what it is. I'm not going to mourn what has been done already. So that was the loss there, as you can see. Now, when market dropped, there was no other confirmation to continue selling, right? When market started dropping, so if you go to the 15 minutes, that's the lowest time frame we are going to get. You can see that there was no clear setup to at least jump back into the trade, right? So yeah, the thing started selling off. So I had another zone there, which is a breaker block entry there, and this was the liquidity for the breaker block. But then you can see that it seems that the market is already going to the downside without tapping me in. So it is what it is. So this week I'm just focused on the sell on sales, sorry. So I'm going to be looking out for sales, until market takes this guy out, right? Takes this low out. This is our overall target, right? As you can see, sorry. As you can see, this was what I was targeting when I took that trade, and boom. Yeah. So hopefully before the week runs out, we might get another trade to hit this overall target and start looking for another thing, right? So it is what it is. So, but the same thing happened in NAS and SPS 500. Sorry, this remember the two guys are working hand in hand, like I've explained earlier. Sorry, daily time frame, so I can see what is happening here. So on the daily time frame, you can see that market has already broken structure here. You can see that break of structure there. So we use our FIB to ascertain our sell zone. So you can see that the market has already reached our sell zone. This one tapped in very, very deep, right? Tapped in very, very deep. So what I learned from this, from all these losses I've taken from last week and the previous weeks, was that, man, direction is key. Like direction is always key. Like if you focus, like what, because what I've been doing me all this while is that I think I've been too invested in entries. Like all my backtesting sections are solely based on entries, and I can beat my chest and say that okay, I'm good at entries. Like there is no way a setup is going to present itself here and I'm not going to see it. No matter how it presents itself, I'm definitely going to see it, unless I'm not on the chart, right? But then I might see a setup, but then the setup might not be in the direction of the market, and you see yourself taking losses. So I would like you to take note of this. Direction is key. Like direction is key. Direction is what is going to give you money, not the entry, right? The entry is just give you the opportunity to follow the trend, but the direction is what is going to make money for you, right? So ever since last week I've been focusing more on the direction, right? I'm focusing more on the direction. As you can see that my magic is back, right? My magic is back, but then I just I was just unlucky. Like I was just unlucky. You can see the loss, very, very crazy stuff. And started selling off. So the same thought process, like you can see the whole stuff for yourself. The sweep was there, double break of structure, the first break of structure, the second break of structure, and yeah, you have your inducement there. And I just took my trade confidently. Like this trade made me blow my Profem account. So I'm going to make an Instagram video next week, showing you guys how the account went down. Like, oh man, all this week of losses has made me blow the account. So I've lost the account and I'm into the next account that I bought. So hopefully this week I might see how this month ends, right? So yeah, so that was the trade. And if you look into it very well, there is no other entry to continue the sales, right? There was no other entry to continue the sales. So I was just waiting for this guy to mitigate, but then you can see the guy has not just mitigated, because this was the inducement for that breaker block, and I've been waiting for the guy. But the guy, he seems um is already going to the downside. Okay, so if the trend is very strong, you will see that the market does not care about you and your entries. Like it might give you that first entry opportunity and then start selling off crazily, like start dumping massively. Especially this guy loves dumping a lot. Like he loves dumping. If you go to the 4 hour time frame, you are going to be seeing crazy stuff here. Like see the dumps. Are you seeing those dumps? You can see the dumps, crazy dump. Are you seeing all these guys? The way it dump, dump. Like if you happen to get into this dumps, like you have to, you're going to make crazy money. Like in hours, you can see the guy loves dumping a lot. So this is why I love the pair. Sorry, the pair is very aggressive. Like if you are in the right direction of the market, within hours you are just out of the trade. So yeah, this was my wrap for the week. I didn't do any other thing on S USD SCSF, right? And you and GJ, right? I did not do anything. There was no entry presented, so I'm just waiting for an opportunity so that you can dive in, right? So next week on GJ, I'm going to be marking out my fib from this high to this low. I'm waiting for retracement, right, to continue selling the market. So if the market happens to give us an opportunity to buy into this zone, then we buy before looking out for sales, right? So UJ, yeah, UJ, we are still going to be waiting for an opportunity to see if we can still catch the sales, right? So if you happen to see a sell opportunity, we enter. Then for NAS 100, yeah, we are also going to be looking out for sales. SPS 500, yeah, I'm still going to be looking out for sales. We have not met our overall target, which is this guy. So I'm also looking at this load to be taken out. So this is why I had this load here. So but the overall target is this low right here, right? So USD CHF. I'm also sell buyers on this guy, just that it has not tapped our sell zone, but it's already selling to the downside. So if I happen to get a sell opportunity, I'm likely going to sell this guy as well. So for now, all my peers are headed towards the downside. So I'm gladly looking out for sales. So if within the week, if things switches up, right, I will also change my bias. But for now, I'm just looking out for sales and hoping that I will get an entry to, at least, man, it has been long as I've seen blue like almost a month now. But then yeah, we are still here doing what we are supposed to be doing, and hopefully this month, sorry, we are going to end it very strong and profitable, right? So yeah, that'll be all for now, guys. See you guys next week, same time. Okay, have a profitable week. Enjoy your week, and yeah, that'll be all for now. See you guys in the next one.